Fasahat Salim, and I'm an associate producer at Crash Site UK. So today we are showing brand new Hunter mode as well as Crash Site, which makes a reappearance from Crysis 2. So the Hunter mode is a brand new mode that we have for C3. It basically pits two hunters against a team of cell operatives. Two hunters are basically guys with nanosuits and they have bows. They're invisible throughout, and their aim is to go and kill all of the cell operatives. The idea is, as each cell operative is killed, they're turned into a hunter as well. So the dynamic slowly but surely changes as the game goes on. It's interesting because each of the cell operatives have just a gun as well as EMP grenades, which they have to use wisely because they only get one, and it's what lets them see the hunter just before they die, possibly. Today we're showing Museum. It's basically a museum that is rotted away and has a swamp growing in the middle of it. It's an interesting map with various levels of verticality, and it's an interesting, very eerie place to play, Hunter especially. So the hunters have bows and they get one explosive arrow, which they can use strategically to try and take out a group of cell operatives. Whereas the cell operatives themselves have a selection of loadouts that they can choose before the round begins. Those are obviously preset, and they have no modules, no nanosuits, so it's literally just the weapons that they have, as well as the EMP grenade and a proximity alarm that kind of beeps and tells them when the hunter is nearby. The other mode makes a reappearance from Crysis 2, that is Crash Site. Crash Site is basically a capture and hold game mode. Two teams are fighting for pods that are dropped by a drop ship at various locations throughout the map. Think King of the Hill, but the hill keeps moving around. No, so there are some changes that we've made. Some of the changes are basically interactive stuff. So now players can actually interact with the pod itself, pull off parts of it and use it as a shield, use it as a weapon, use that shield to protect their team, use that shield to fling across the level and kill an enemy. We've got loads of different interactive events scattered throughout the maps where players can actually pull out poles from the ground, pull off plaques from the walls, use those as shields as well, swing, take out enemies. We've introduced alien weapons to each of the levels as well. So the alien weapons are weapons that cannot be used in your custom loadouts, but they are found on dead Ceph bodies, which are scattered throughout the map. These dead Ceph bodies spawn at various times throughout the game, and if you're lucky enough to see one and you pick up a weapon, it could change the game. No, so we've introduced some new weapons, we've introduced some new modules. Obviously for Hunter we don't have modules for the cell operatives, but the new weapons are Typhoon, which is a crazy new gun that fires 500 rounds a second, does a lot of damage, and especially in Hunter when you don't know where the hunter is and you just get a brief glimpse of something go by, it's a handy gun to have, to be honest. So now the players can rank up to 50 ranks. But what we've changed this time around is players can actually see what they're going to unlock as they rank up. So the player always has a goal and knows what they're going to achieve at the next rank. Obviously unlocks cover a lot of different things, from dog tags to new weapons to new modules. All cool stuff that players can then go in and customize their nanosuit with and make it individual and unique to them. Well, we've gone in and changed some stuff with the nanosuit. With Crysis 2, obviously we got a lot of feedback from the community. We did a lot of play testing of our own, and we decided to streamline it a bit. So now we've decoupled the suit energy itself. Now we've got a separate energy bar for armor, we've got a separate energy bar for stealth, for cloaking. And obviously each of those is individual, so it never really affects you when you're running, which was a massive problem that we had with C2, where when players would run, they would lose energy, and by the time they got into a battle, they would basically be cannon fodder. Now, sprinting is unlimited. They don't need to worry about suit energy for that. And the only time that they will actually lose energy for stealth is when they're in stealth. The only time they lose energy for armor is when they're in armor. Release date is February of 2013 on Xbox 360, PS3, and PC.